Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a Draganfly stock analysis. Now, if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Alright, firstly, what you should notice about this company is it is very, very small. So we have a market cap of 155 million almost dollars. So that is a very small company, and it has a beta of 3.59, which is absolutely crazy. Recently also they just raised $50 million, you can see that right here, in a direct offering where each share was sold at $7 a pop, and they sold 7,150,000. So they have quite a lot of cash on hand at the moment, which is very nice. But there are some huge red flags in this stock, which I'm going to go over first. So if we make each candle a day instead of an hour, we can see two stock splits here, and they're reverse stock splits. So in 2021, if you had 5 stocks, you would then only have one. And as well here in 2024, if you had 25 stocks, it would then be turned into one. This only happens when the stock price is too low and they have to stay on the stock exchange. It is a quite bad thing to happen. Now, the fact that they actually managed to raise this much money, even though the stock price has been quite similar, is quite nice. Often we see the stock in these announcements that it is much, much lower, but at $7 pop, meaning there's quite a lot of investors who think this is quite possible. Now we also see something quite interesting about the stock is we see these volume waves. So quite often the volume isn't that great in the stock, as you can see, but often we have these bubbles here of huge volume. Average volume is 1.98 million, and in the last 30 days, today it's 2.08 million. That is quite normal, but on days like this, the volume just goes absolutely bonkers. That's also when the stock was up in $14, which we don't see right now. Now, if we take a look at the RSI recently, we can see it's up and down like crazy. Now, if you don't know what RSI is, that is the relative strength index. This shows which momentum a stock has. So if it's between 30 and 50, it's in the lower bracket down here, meaning the stock price is trading downwards, meaning it has low momentum, meaning it's going down. If it's between 50 and 70, it has an upward trajectory like right here, and it's going upwards. Now, if it's below 30, that means the stock price is falling rapidly, and if it's above 70, that means it's rising rapidly, also known as oversold and overbought. You should always, however, be careful when it's up here or down here. This does mean it can't fall lower or raise higher, but it's always more volatile when it's above 70 and below 30. Now, if we take a look at their financials, we can see they have quite a lot of cash in hand, and we know this is because they sold a lot of stocks recently, and they have virtually no debt at all. This is very, very nice to see. So they are definitely funded for quite a while. We also see virtually no closely held shares. This is quite nice. We sometimes see that in companies like this, where someone like the CEO has quite a lot of on-hand stocks which he can't sell. Now, if we look at the valuation ratios, we see as well their PS, it fluctuates quite a lot. In 2024, it was 2.81, and currently it is 25.2. Overall, it fluctuates quite a lot. Now, if you don't know what Draganfly makes, I should say it is a drone company, but I'm not a huge fan of these kind of drones because they're drones which kind of carry stuff up to like 10, 20, 30 kilos, and I'm not a huge fan of this as it isn't the biggest, at least military drone company, and I prefer military drones only. You can check that out on their website, Draganfly. If we take a look at their revenue as well, we can see how they make their money. As I said, it was drones, and then they also have something here called Vital, but you can see that it's virtually nothing. It was 14,000 in 2024, so it is drones primarily. If we look at the statements as well, I mean, they hardly make much more money each year. Actually, some years they lose money. So it's quite a lot of the same, which I'm really not a fan of when this happens in companies, because this shows either they're not good enough at selling or their product really isn't that great. Also in the gross profit as well, I mean, and operating income, it's just much of the same all the time, and I really don't like when companies can't improve, at least in such a long time period. Now, if we look at the seasonals from 2019 to now, it hasn't been the best stock to own. Almost all the years are negative. We have some years like 2025 and 2020 when it was up by 68% last year and 32% in 2020, and we have two almost neutral years in 2019 and this year. We're actually down also by almost 10% this year. So it's not the greatest stock to own. This is quite a coin flip if you believe small drones that can carry stuff is going to be the future. Personally, I don't think so. Now, if you look at technicals, for the day it's a sell, for the week it's a sell as well, and for the month it is also a sell. So also in the technicals, this just shows the stock price is going downwards. The next proper resting point is right around here, so just about $6. So if we hit this, of course, maybe the stock can stabilize, but if it can't, we have to go all the way down here, about $4. And to be honest, That's 50% down from, no, not 50, but 30% down from where we're sitting currently. Overall, not really great for the stock. If we look at the analyst rating, however, it is quite different from my personal analysis. We have 6 strong buy on this stock. The minimum up is almost 40%, so that is quite interesting. Maybe I'm biased because I don't like the niche they're in, and maybe I'm wrong, but maybe the analysts are wrong. But overall, the average analyst thinks this should be worth about 14.6 bucks within a year. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. If we also look at their EPS, I mean, it's not improving that much, and we only see a positive EPS in 2028. Hopefully, they can continue with the lights on with this 50 million bucks they have currently. And I mean, just look at this as well. I mean, of course they're raising it, but then again, it's not that much, and I really want to see them much better than this. So really not a fan. I can't wait to see if they actually can execute on their plan and become profitable. But to be honest, I'm not a fan of this company. So my personal analysis is don't buy, and if you have some, sell. That is at least my personal analysis. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, remember, this isn't financial advice. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. But if you want to see more videos like this, please leave the comment each to analyze in the comment section below.